we all have those times in life where we're called to let go. You know what I mean? It's like letting go of friends, letting go of family, really just growing, changing, you're transforming, and people move out of your life. And sometimes that means that you have more experiences alone. And then as you start to grow and get more comfortable with yourself, sometimes you just choose to have an experience on your own. And one of the things I've loved so much over these past couple of years is learning to adventure on my own. And I'm actually off on an adventure currently in this moment by myself. I'm traveling to Dubai by myself to meet a friend there. So this part of the journey is on my own. And sometimes with that arises for me, and actually on this trip arose for me this experience of I came into the international terminal in LA and I got that kind of pulled on my heartstrings because the last couple of times I've been here was with my daughter. And so it made me think of her. There are these really cool, like weird advertising things here in LA that we always like look at and joke. It's like, what is that? We always look at it, we joke around and just enjoying ourselves, at the lounge before we go on the flight. And so I got this little pang in my heart of like, oh, I'm not with her. And it made me think of this idea of alone but never lonely. And even though I'm missing her, what it looks like, what it feels like to allow myself to feel those feelings, but it doesn't drop below the line, I guess, of into self-pity or being a victim or making this moment not good enough in some way. Because the experience of feeling lonely is really a powerful area of growth. And I've had a lot of that experience. So when I had this huge change in my life and I kind of paused my life and asked everybody for space for some months, I really went into a deep loneliness and really went into this time of facing myself and what that meant and why was I lonely and what does it mean to even be lonely with yourself? It's a real disconnection from the self. And once I got comfortable with that loneliness, got comfortable with me being on my own and just allowed it instead of fighting it or trying to fill it with other things or getting busy or any of that, just allowing that feeling, it evolved into this comfort with myself. And it actually evolved into really experiencing what it is to be on an adventure with yourself, that excitement, that into the unknown, and ultimately that feeling of, I've got your back. I'm here for you. I can entertain myself. I can feel great walking through this airport on my own, feeling fabulous, getting ready to go on my trip, with everything that I need here for a beautiful 16-hour journey. And I think the real consideration is to start to look at what do you need to do to know that you could be alone anytime, anywhere, any circumstance, and not feel lonely. And even with this type of trip, I don't know, something about international travel for me, there's a little flavor in there of like, oh, it'd be so nice to be going with a partner. And it's interesting when that comes up because I do feel all the ways that I've just shared with you. And also there's at times this little piece of, oh, and it would be so nice. And how can I allow that without making where I am wrong? How can I allow that and allow that desire to have partnership, to not interfere with me still feeling good and enjoying myself and maximizing this experience and not needing to feel lonely over it? Just noticing, oh, that's a desire that I have, and appreciating that clarity and appreciating knowing that that's coming into my life because it's something I really desire, while still being in this present moment and enjoying myself and really living this life as an adventure. So I can't wait to connect with you from Dubai. I'll be there tomorrow night and I will be back live on YouTube on Wednesday. Thinking of you. Have a beautiful night.